Good day, and welcome to another episode of Man Crush Monday. My wife's 40th birthday will be a birthday that will forever be celebrated and a birthday that will always be remembered in our household. It was on my wife's 40th birthday that I did something I have never done before. She was coming up on a milestone birthday, and I wanted to make sure that this was a birthday unlike any other. You know how they say the Masters is a tradition unlike any other. Here's the kicker. I knew my wife would love to go on a trip to celebrate her 40th birthday. On the day of my wife's birthday, we're sitting in a restaurant. My hands are sweaty. It was at that time where I brought out my pink box. Let me just tell you about this pink box. I had decorated a box with all things New York, which was the destination that we ended up going to. She opens the box and there are 2 apples. And she looks at the apples like, what are these apples for? And then as she began to see the other contents of the box, within that box, I had 2 plane tickets. I had a nice hotel stay. I had tickets to a show on Broadway. I had tickets to go all around to New York to do some sightseeing. All of that was put into the box. And she began to ask all of these questions. What about my time at work? What about the children being cared for? I looked at her and I said these words. I have taken care of everything. It didn't matter what question she asked me at the time. I had already planned out every single facet of this trip. So it wasn't a question that she asked me that I did not have an answer to, because I had already taken care of it. So brothers, as you go into the week this week, I want to remind you that Father's Day is just around the corner. As we get ready to celebrate our milestone occasion, which is Father's Day, I want to introduce you to someone who has taken care of literally everything that you could ever want in your life. And it's more than just the contents of a box. He put it all in this book, the Word of God. And so you may ask, what about healing? Well, he says that his son Jesus took some stripes for your healing. And that could be found in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 24. He talks about protection and safety because every person, every man wants to be protected. And that's in the book. It says in Psalms 23, a psalm of David, the Lord is my shepherd. He provides protection for you, not just protection, but also safety. Well, you may ask, what about wealth and riches? Well, it's in the book. According to 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 9, it says, for your sakes, he became poor so that you, sir, could be rich. What about love? Love is in the book because it says in 1 John 4 and 8 that I am love. Do you know when love is at its best? Not just when it's received. Love is at its best when it's given. And it says in John 3:16 that he gave us something. He gave his only begotten son. That is love. What does this book say about peace? And man, if you're going through a constant state of confusion right now, if you're living in chaos, if everything is loud right now in your life, there's something in this book for you, and it's called peace. Not just peace, but it's called his peace. And that's found in John chapter 14 and verse 27, because it says, my peace I give you, not as the world gives, but I give you my peace. Don't let your heart be troubled. So as we approach Father's Day weekend next week, I want to tell you, as my wife took advantage of what was inside her box, something that we talk about to this day and is a memory that we will have forever, I'm encouraging you, take advantage of what's in this book. It's something that can cause not just great memory, but a lifestyle change that you could benefit from for the rest of your life. So here we go. Man Crush Monday.